Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to some more Technomancer. We have to find a way to get accepted in the Mutant Valley over there. But what I'm going to do is we're going to do a side quest. So we've been banging out main missions since for like, I don't know, 10 episodes. We're going to do that underground newspaper to help Aurora. I think it's Aurora, I don't know. But let's get it, boy.
Rumor has it that the number of soldiers in the barracks is declining.
Despite official reasoning that it's downsizing because we're no longer at war. Unofficially, it's because many of your colleagues have been arrested, and even more replaced.
Replaced?
By members of the ASC who report directly to him, and now make up half my company. And who should be out watching over the population, but instead spend their time watching over us in support of the Colonel's little power grab. Just saying, if the man decided to mount a coup against the Dowser, not sure there's much we could do to stop him.
Okay.
I really need some information about Scott Seeker's son. Like, what happened to him after he got arrested?
You know how monitored we are, Zachariah? What do you want? I go poking around, we could find ourselves fired. Or worse. For a mutant?
Whatever we find isn't gonna bother anyone today, but it could bring some peace to the people who never stopped loving or wondering what happened to the boy. The more I learn about it, the more complicated it gets. I'm just trying to bring some peace, Captain. Just look into some dusty files. No one's gonna care.
All right. Hope you're right, Zachariah. We'll dig into the archives, but it'll take some time. Tomorrow would be the earliest.
Tomorrow it is. Thank you. I'll come back then.
What a horrifying
Just
story.
enough.
To think that a father's desperation to change his son ended with getting the boy killed.
It was to change him back. He didn't start off like that. You've seen how bad those bastards get treated in Abundance. No wonder he was so desperate. It was a chance at a better life.
I understand that, truly, I do. However, I believe that instead of perilously trying to change his son's life, he should have protected his future. Help him live with his condition.
True. Do all that just to...
Hi.
Hello there, Mr. Mancer. Good to see you. So, what did you learn?
I was able to get some answers for you.
Great. I knew you would. Go on, what did you find?
Keep names out of this. Be clear.
Of course. Our sources are always protected. Go on.
According to my source, the Army's reducing its troops by 50%, and the official reasons are the rising rates of desertion, the number of Technomancer arrests, and the shrinking size of the standing force during peacetime. But she says this doesn't explain everything, as many good officers and soldiers are being let go without reason, and replaced by members of the ASC. In fact, the fear is if the ASC attempted a coup today, the Army couldn't stand in the way, because there are too many ASC entrenched in its ranks.
That's terrifying. And it's news that'll hit the hearts of people in this city. All the people with soldiers and their families, soldiers who fought hard, now being fired only to make room for spies. What else did you find out?
I talked to an expert on corporation politics who had first-hand knowledge about Aurora and us.
And how'd he say Abundance lost?
Aurora's troops were led by a general named Wisdom, who used Technomancers, and apparently they've got a lot more than we do, especially recently.
So Abundance arrests and detains you and your brothers, our greatest weapons, and fall because of it. Guess that's karma.
But what's more, they rallied the common people, recruited local and national militias who were feverishly motivated by the promise of gaining a voice on Aurora's council. Aurora became the first corporation to empower its people to fight. So while Aurora brought everyone together for the war, strengthening their numbers, Abundance fought weakened, bleeding their ranks, arresting its own Technomancers. Our army, well-trained and well-equipped as it is, didn't stand a chance. We lacked the Technomancers to lead the charge and the motivation of Aurora's militias to persevere.
That's incredible. By giving power to the people, Aurora all but assured its victory. The power of unification is real. And the self-sabotaging nature of our government ruled by paranoia and fear cost us the war.
I also talked to a mutant who heard about the camp breakout and the mutant who led it.
Fantastic. And?
The mutants in that camp were living in hell, day in and day out. They'd finally just had enough. So one day, a guard was beating on a mutant too tired to work. As much as the others pleaded, the guard wouldn't stop. So another mutant stepped in and hit him back. The guards threatened to kill 10 mutants in retaliation. And that lit the fuse. With the help of a prisoner from Aurora, the mutants got their hands on some tools, and the riot started. They weren't trying to escape. They just wanted the abuse to stop. But the way the guards reacted made the mutants fear that it would only get worse. So they got out, led by a mutant named Scum. He's now a bit of a legend among them.
And where'd they go?
The king.
I can't tell you that.
Fair enough. You need to protect your sources, right?
So that's who Scum is.
Another story that people need to hear. It's what happens when you mistreat beasts long enough. Eventually, they'll turn on you. Thanks for all the information. Once I write the articles and get them out there for people to read, I think the people are gonna have a wake-up call about how different the truth is from the propaganda their government's feeding them.
Hope it makes a difference.
You and me both. But real change has to start with the truth. Hold on. I've got one more thing to ask of you, if I could. One more thing to really make sure we can ignite some change.
And what's that?
We put our news on the city walls. The man who's been doing it for us lives in the exchange. Getting there, though, has honestly gotten too dangerous for us.
You and me both.
So you want me to be your delivery man?
A deliverer of truth to those who have been starved of it, yes. If you would do that for us.
Yeah, I can do it for you. I'll see you later.
Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to talk to the bookkeeper while I'm still here. Then I'm going to sleep so that she completes her research. And then we're going to take care of all that while we're still on this side of the map. Then I'll close out the video. Oh my, not this thing again. Gorilla. Save it. So we gotta do it 2 more times. I think there's 3 rounds of every of every round. I think 3 challenges. We probably gotta fight that mantis thing too. Probably gonna make us fight all the previous bosses we done fought.
That a boy! Damn impressive! Your reward for victory!
God, what is that thing? Ah! Oh my God! Buffalo toad. Whew. Oh my god, that was crazy. Hold on, let me make some more of those, what's the names? Real quick, guys, real quick.
That a boy! Damn impressive. Your reward for victory.
Here we go. Ooh. It's the mantis again. I told you. Look, he's cleaving his own dudes. Got him. Take out the little lackeys. Take a one hit and get all in. There we go. Champion of Mars, baby.
Fantastic. The new champion of Mars. You sure damned earned it. And your reward, of course.
Thanks. Captain, good to see you. So what did you learn?
Strange things. Scott Seeker was, apparently, much more respected back in the day. He even managed to convince the army at one point that he could heal and trigger mutation. The idea of triggering mutations apparently really got some interest, and the army launched a new division and put him in charge. Even brought him a few mutants to run tests on, one of which was his son.
Oh my god.
Obviously never went anywhere. Nobody got healed. The program was shut down and the mutants, including his son, were terminated. So sad. Almost makes you want to look at the old man differently.
Yeah, sure does. Thank you, Captain.
All right.
I don't know, debris, tracks, just something to help me understand how a top reacher like my dad could get lost on Eos Chasma, one of the easiest fucking roads on the planet.
My guess, he got into an accident. Something he couldn't avoid. It's happened to us, after all.
Maybe. I just want to find out. That's all I'm asking.
I fear I may be getting sick.
Sorry, Scott. I understand that looking for the remains of your best friend is probably painful, but Amelia deserves answers.
Sometimes the past just gives us answers we were afraid to know. I just hope that won't be the case this time.
Even if we find the rover wreck, it'd be easy pickings for a passing scavenger or thief. So there might not be much left.
The fuck you say that for?
Sorry, I just don't want you to get your hopes up.
Whoa, Amelia, ease up. I know you want answers, but it's probably best not to crash while looking for a crash site.
You kidding me? I wonder what you'd say if we actually went fast.
I guess everyone's version of moderate is different. Damn, the rover's still here. I would have bet it would have been scrapped by now.
Well, some parts are goners, but most of it's still here.
Yeah. Look, Amelia, I'm sorry, but this time I don't have any doubt.
I know. Thanks, Nisha. But yeah, I knew he was dead. I just wanted to know how and why, you know? And I still plan to, with what's here.
Alright guys, we're going to stop it here. We are out of time for today. Thank you for joining me for another episode of the Technomancer. If you like this episode, subscribe and drop a like to help the channel and the series grow. Thanks again for watching. Take care, and I'll catch you guys.